Hey. Yo, what is going on, everybody? This is RBT and welcome back to another episode of the Madden NFL College Football Alumni Tournament. Last episode we finished off the SEC bracket as the LSU College Alumni took on the Georgia College Alumni, and LSU absolutely blew out Georgia 14-0, completely dominated. So the SEC bracket is going to be determined by an LSU alumni versus Auburn alumni matchup. But the winner of the SEC bracket is going to take on the winner of the bracket we are starting today, which is going to be the East Coast bracket. And the first matchup in the East Coast bracket, which is going to take place today, is the Florida State College Alumni versus the Miami Hurricane College Alumni. The winner of today's matchup is going to take on the winner of tomorrow's matchup, which is going to be the Clemson College Alumni and the Oklahoma College Alumni. So hopefully you guys do enjoy today's episode, and if you do, make sure to drop a like. Let's see if we can smash 2,000 likes on today's episode. Let me know in the comment section below which team out of today's matchup is going to grab the dub. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new and turn on the notification bell if you haven't. With that said, let's get right into the roster overview. First of all, I'm going to go over the Miami Hurricanes roster, who is being represented by the Green Bay Packers in today's video. At the quarterback position, not the greatest, Brad Kaya backed up by Stephen Morris. At running back, Lamar Miller backed up by the veteran Frank Gore. At fullback, got Marquez. At wide receiver, got a lot of depth with Allen Hurns, Travis Benjamin, Phillip Dorsett, Devin Hester, Rashawn Scott, and LaRon Byrd. At tight end, got some pretty good ones with Jimmy Graham, Greg Olsen, and David Njoku. At left tackle, got Eric Flowers. Left guard, Orlando Franklin. At center, got Brandon Linder. Right guard, Danny Isidora. And at right tackle, they have the veteran Eric Winston, who has some pretty freaking big old lips. And moving on to defense, have Olivia Vernon at left end. At right end, have Calais Campbell. And at defensive tackle, have Vince Wilfork and Alan Bailey. Now moving on to the linebacker positions, they have Ray Armstrong. At middle linebacker, Denzel Perryman and Sean Spence. At right outside linebacker, they have Thurston Armbrister. Now moving on to the secondary, they have a bunch of pretty decent good cornerbacks. Sam Shields, Artie Burns, Ladarius Gunter, Corn, freaking Corn, and Brandon McGee. And moving on to free safety, they have Rashawn Jenkins. At strong safety, Dion Bush. At kicker, Justin Vogel. And at punter, Matt Bosher. Now going over the Florida State roster, who is being represented by the Washington Redskins in today's video. At quarterback, a lot better than the Miami situation. They have Jameis Winston backed up by EJ Manuel. At running back, some pretty talented running backs as well. Devontae Freeman, Dalvin Cook, Chris Thompson, and Antoine Smith. At fullback, they have Freddie Stevenson. At wide receiver, Kelvin Benjamin, Anquan Bolden, Rashawn Green, and Travis Rudolph. Now at tight end, they have Nick O'Leary. On the offensive line, they have Rod Johnson, Trey Jackson, Rodney Hudson, Cameron Irving, and Menelik Watson. Now moving on to defense, at the defensive end position, they have Tank Carradine backed up by DeMarcus Walker. At right end, they have Mario Edwards Jr. And at defensive tackle, they have Tim Jernigan, Eddie Goldman, and LaTroy Guion. Now moving on to the linebacker positions, they have Nigel Bradham backed up by Christian Jones. Middle linebacker, Lawrence Timmons, the veteran, backed up by Vince Williams. At right outside linebacker, the absolute beast, Telvin Smith, backed up by Dakota Watson. At cornerback, some pretty good ones, Xavier Rhodes, Jalen Ramsey, Ronald Darby, Patrick Robinson, and the veteran Antonio Cromartie. Free safety, they have LaMarcus Joyner backed up by PJ Williams. At strong safety, Terrence Brooks backed up by LaMarcus Brutus. And at kicker, they have the absolute beast, Sebastian Janikowski, and at punter, they have Sean Powell. Now, according to Madden 18, Florida State has the advantage at a 76 overall, with Miami being a 70 overall. Now, I do want to say, a lot of people were mad that I changed it to arcade mode, and in the first place, I only changed it to arcade mode because you guys told me to change it to arcade mode, so I'm going to change it back to simulation, and I guess we're going to stick with this the rest of the series. And to give it more of a Florida feel, I will put the home stadium as the Miami Dolphins in today's video. So I want you guys to let me know in the comment section below who you think is going to grab the dub in today's episode. It's been a couple of surprises in the first few games, but I think Florida State should grab the dub. So Jameis Winston and Florida State gets the ball first down and 10 out of the pistol formation. Handoff to Devonta Freeman, goes nowhere for, looks like a 1-yard loss. Jameis Winston under center, second down and 11. Quick drop back. has a receiver. That's going to be Travis or Wilson. I'm not sure who the heck that is. Why did I say Travis? Who's Travis? Next play, first down and 10. Jameis Winston with another quick drop back. He finds his running back, Devontae Freeman, with a nice spin move for the first down. First down and 10, a play action pass from Jameis Winston. He overshoots his receiver, so the first incompletion of the game. Second down and 10, another quick drop back. Jameis Winston, I don't know who he threw that to. He threw that to a blade of grass, I guess. So third down and 10, let's see if Jameis Winston and the Florida State Alumni offense can convert. Getting some pressure, he's going to scramble. I don't know how he's still alive. Jameis Winston, what is he doing? He finds a receiver. He has a wide open receiver, Travis Benjamin. So Florida State getting deep in Miami territory. Handoff to Devontae Freeman, but he is going nowhere. Looks like Calais Campbell in the back. So third down and 8. Let's see if Jameis Winston can be great. Has time in the pocket. Gonna take off once again. He's gonna dog what? Dude, Jameis just threw the ball backwards. It came out of his hand backwards. He could have scrambled with the first down and is dumb and threw the ball instead backwards, as that was just a bunch of nonsense going on. Going to be a 5-yard penalty and a loss of down, so a fourth down and 8, as they are going to decline the penalty for, I don't know why they declined the penalty. Mark Rick looking kind of fat there, but a dumb decision. But I don't know what's going on these past 30 seconds. Some craziness is going on. But it is going to be a fourth down and 8 from the 27-yard line, as that is going to set up for a Sebastian Janikowski field goal. Now, this is where Florida State has a strength. They have a very good kicker, one of the best kickers, I guess you could say, in NFL history, Sebastian Janikowski, at least one of the longest legs, or strongest legs in NFL history. Let's see if he can put this one through and give Florida State the lead, and he does. So first drive of the game for the Miami Hurricane Alumni offense after a 5-yard penalty and a 2-yard run. It's a second down and 3. It's going to be a play action pass, as Brad Kaya had a cunt hair to throw the football. So third down and 12 for the Miami Hurricane Alumni offense. Let's see if Brad Kaya has what it takes. A ton of time in the pocket here. Throws the ball down the field as 101, Phillip Dorsett comes down with the catch. A 51-yard strike to Phillip Dorsett, as I didn't even know Brad Kaya had that type of arm strength, but what a freaking play. Putting the ball up in the air for his wide receiver. I mean, that's a pretty talented secondary for the alumni team of Florida State. But he just went all guns blazing, threw the ball deep and said, hey, hand off here to Lamar Miller. Actually has a little bit of space and picks up, that looked like a face mask, but I don't think they're going to call it. But he does get about 8 yards on the play. Second down and 2, another handoff to Lamar Miller. This time he does pick up the first down and inside the 10-yard line. After a 2-yard loss, it is second and goal from the 12-yard line. Another handoff to Lamar Miller as he is going nowhere. Actually lost another yard. So that is actually going to set up for a third down and goal. So can Brad Kaya pull another rabbit out of his penis on this play? Third and goal has a ton of time. Like 30 seconds. I could have cooked a pizza. That was dumb. That was the dumbest play I've ever seen. At least throw the ball away. But anyways, after Nigel Bradham gets the sack, it's a fourth down and goal from the 22. So Miami lining up for the field goal. It is up, and it is good. So after a sack, it's second down and 17. Looks like Florida State is going to be content to choose some clock here. Jameis Winston's going to scramble, see if he throws the ball this time. Probably still will throw the football. Just kidding, he doesn't. But he does. They do actually use a timeout, which is weird. Drop back. Has a receiver that he overthrows. So with that, Miami is going to have the ball with about 35 seconds left to go. So that is going to do it for the first half. Kind of a lackluster first half. But, I mean, at least that sets up for at least a half-decent ending, as it is tied. Not really a blowout, not really a domination like last episode. So first time either team has gone empty in this game. Brad Kaya finds Travis Benjamin down the field for about 10 yards. So Brad Kaya is 2 for 2, 62 yards in this game. Second and 10 out of the I-Form Pro. Play action pass again from Brad Kaya. Is he going to go downfield or is he going to get sacked? It's going to be a flag. Throwing it downfield. It's going to be, I think he dropped it. Phillip dropped it. But I think it's going to be a holding call. So all that was like completely anticlimactic. Brad Kaya in the pocket. Finds a receiver, Jimmy Graham. I think he might have actually rolled forward for the first down. No, it's going to be fourth down and inches. So following a pathetic punt. First down and 10 from the 27-yard line. Ended up being like a net, like 20-yard punt. Jameis Winston off the play action is going to scramble. Nah, just kidding. He's going to throw the ball. Dude, how? he threw the ball in between 4 Miami defenders. Jameis Winston again, a shot to Rashad Green down to the 15-yard line. 2nd down and 9. Jameis looking for a man. He finds a man named Nick down to the 4-yard line. 1st down and goal from the 4-yard line for the Florida State Alumni. Hand off to Devontae Freeman, looking outside, and once again goes nowhere, as the Miami front 7 definitely has been dominant in this game. Going to be a handoff here to Devontae Freeman, and once again is anally touched in bad places, as that is going to be a 3rd down and goal from the 5-yard line. This will be a massive dub for the Miami defense if they can hold Florida State to the field goal. 3rd down and goal. What kind of crab meat does Jameis have up his sleeve? A slant pass to a man whose name I don't know, but he does make the catch. That was Kelvin Benjamin with the touchdown reception, as Florida State does get into the end zone for the first time in this ball game. Dude, what the heck? Ugh. Guys, is this bad that this just came out of my... Is this focusing? Is this bad that this just came out of my chair? Empty set for Brad Kite and Miami. But can he actually throw a pass down the field that works? It's a wobbly pass. He has a man open, and they say it's a completion. I mean, I don't know why I'm making fun of him. Like, the dude, he's made some good throws downfield. That's Devin Hester with the reception. So they actually challenged the call on the field. And, yep, it was overturned. So that's completely anticlimactic, because that's going to set up for a 3rd down and 11. He has a ton of time. Throw down the field. Hits Phillip Dorsett in stride. Dude, I got to stop. Like, Brad Kite is having a pretty, like, aside from a couple times when he's hung onto the ball for a little bit too long, dude has made some pretty freaking awesome passes down the field and good completions for, like, what is he, a 64 rated quarterback? So can Brad Kite be clutch once again and pick up another 3rd down and long? He's a wide open man. That man, that's a bad man with a bad hands. That's going to be a 4th down and 7. That should have been a 1st down every day of the week. But that dude needs to think of something else to do with his life than football. There's probably a reason I don't know what his name is. Maybe if he didn't have his hands completely taped up, he would have caught that. But anyways, it's going to be a 4th down. Curious to see if Miami elects for the long field goal here. It's going to be like a 55-yard field goal, or if they actually try to go for the 4th down and 7, and they're bringing out the main man, Brad. This might do it right here, boys. If Miami doesn't pick this up, it's probably a GG in favor of FSU. Brad Kite, they're giving him time to throw the football. He's throwing it deep. And that's not the best of times for Brad to make his worst throw of the ball game. So this might be Miami's last chance. 3rd down and 8, they're going to be content to run the football. And he's going backwards as they have all game long. It's going to be a huge loss, as Miami will get the ball back with about 1 minute and 30 seconds left to go. They do have 1 timeout. Brad Kite down the field has an open receiver, Jimmy Graham, for the 1st down. I was fully expecting the safety there. 2nd down and 9. Miami going empty. Travis Benjamin with the catch. Another 1st down. So Miami not panicking at all, as they're moving the ball pretty effectively. Already gone about 32 yards. Still have 1 minute to go and still have a timeout to spare. Next play going hurry up super fast. I can't even get my words out. Brad scrambling. He's not going to pull a Jameis here. He holds onto the football, but that's going to kill some valuable clock. Brad looking for a man. Has a man. That's Scott, who fumbles the football. And that might be a GG. Scott with a huge fumble, as I'm not sure if he was down or not. Miami is moving the ball pretty effectively, but if that does not get overturned, that is going to be a GG. I can't tell if it got knocked out of his hands before his knee was down, but I'm sure they're going to review it really quick. I can't see because there's a lot of big men in the way there, and it looks like it is going to be a booth review. And the call on the field is overturned, so Miami does have life. But yet, there's only 30 seconds on the clock, and the refs have freaking wasted all the time in the world. The clock is still moving. Hello? Hello? Miami, what are you doing? Bad. 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 Well, this is dumb. This is the dumbest thing in the world. Miami just got completely shafted. The clock's going, and they're dude, this is stupid. That was the dumbest thing I've ever seen, I think, in any Madden game ever. The dude's on the sideline eating a sandwich, and the clock's still moving. They just wasted like 30 seconds off the clock right there. Like, poor Miami. Like, it's the Miami's fault, apparently. Miami gets absolutely shafted because the refs got the call on the field wrong. Well, that might do it right there. That was a great drive, and 30-something seconds just got wasted because the refs are incompetent. Unless Brad can pull a pepperoni pizza out of his jockstrap, it's GG here. He's going to throw the ball. He's throwing a Hail Mary. As I don't know what just happened, but that is going to be a 3rd down and 10. Miami's last chance. It's going to be a Hail Mary. I'm not really sure if Brad Kaya has the arm strength to make it here. He's about to get sacked. Yep. GG's in the chat, as that feels like an anticlimactic ending, because I really feel like Miami had a chance to do something great there, but the refs decided to just be stupid men. Florida State does grab the W 10-3 and will be advancing to the next round of this bracket, and will be taking on the winner of Clemson and Oklahoma, which will take place tomorrow. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and if you did, make sure to drop a like. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new and turn on the notification bell if you haven't. But with that said, I will catch you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.